Right now, Special Olympics Red Deer has over 300 athletes involved in 12 different programs. We're just into our summer program season, and then we go back into our fall and winter programs in October. But this summer, we're sending 70 athletes and 20 coaches to Medicine Hat in 8 different sports to participate in the provincial games, and hopefully have some athletes go on to Team Alberta to go to the national games in 2018. We've been very successful. We've had athletes go on the provincial team. We've had athletes who've gone on to the national team. We had some track and field athletes compete in Beijing, also some in Athens, Greece. We've had them in Los Angeles, and they've all done very well and come home with medals.
Pretty remarkable that your club continues to grow, Jerry, now reaching over 300. That's a lot to try and keep up with.
It is. It means finding more volunteers, raising more funds, finding new facilities. We've added a couple of sports this year, including rhythmic gymnastics. Some of our programs are almost at the bursting point where we have to find more facilities or get more hours at the existing facilities. So every year, and the age group is starting to get younger. For many years we had older adults and even into senior citizens. We're now finding a lot of the younger teenagers and even younger. Our minimum age is 10, but we're starting to get younger athletes as well.
You talked about your two biggest challenges being volunteer recruitment and fundraising. How have you been able to do with each of those?
Actually, compared to some other communities in Alberta, Red Deerians are really terrific. Probably every week or two I get someone calling or emailing saying, how can I get involved? And we put them through a little bit of an interview process and find out what their interests are and what sport they maybe want to be involved in. We do have training programs that we put them through, as well as each individual sport. We put them through the generic or through the sport-specific program of that sporting group through the Provincial Sport Association. Fundraising is always a challenge. We have some great sponsors who are there every year for us. The breakfast that we do, the law enforcement torch run, every once in a while we get a casino, but it is ongoing so that we can keep the cost to the athletes at a minimum.
Tammy Cunnington, your guest speaker this year, how great was it to have her along?
She was fantastic. As soon as I approached her, she said she'd love to come. We always like to have local athletes as we can, and particularly someone that has a disability, that knows what it's like to have challenges in their life. And so having her here today and to hear her inspiring story just was the icing on the cake for our breakfast.
What was your main message here this morning at the Special Olympics breakfast?
I think it's just the in my mind, people just need to fight and find what they love. Like find, if their job is what they love, then great. If their career is what they love, if their athletic life, just really living life, not being on the sidelines, but being full court press all the time. Sometimes people get caught up in this feel that every day has to be spectacular, every day has to be fantastic, and it's not going to be like that. Like literally I sat in that snow that day and was just, and it's okay to let those bad days be bad days, but then knowing that the next day you're getting up and starting again and fighting again.
You talked a little bit about how the spirit of sport kind of unites, Special Olympics, Paralympics, able athletes. It's kind of a universal thing you were mentioning.
Yeah, I think that there's a different attitude and a different feel among athletes. Like we talk about, when we're together, we talk about other people being the normals and we're not, and there's just a different spirit. And we had the opportunity, Ottawa had a celebration for the Paralympians and Olympians combined, and so we had that chance to be together, and we're all fighting for the same thing. We're all getting up at 6 a.m. and training. We're all suffering the same muscle pain, and so it's just that spirit of togetherness, and then the normals support that spirit with their excitement of watching us and of supporting us.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how important it is to support this cause?
It's amazing. Like the Special Olympians do have a different spirit and a different excitement for their lives than some people, regular people have, and I think it's important to continue to give them an opportunity to have sports to participate in, and the same for the Paralympians. I couldn't imagine having grown up without para-sport, and so it's important to improve the quality of lives for people with intellectual disabilities and give them that opportunity to experience the camaraderie and the competition and the sport in their life.
You very rarely take time off in your going full speed right now towards the World Championships.
Yes. Yeah, I don't take a lot of time off. For one, I feel worse when I'm off than I do when I train. I feel better training, and the goals that I'm still trying to achieve, there's not room for too many breaks in there if I want to make those times and reach those goals.
So how are things going for you as you get ready for your Worlds?
It's a little up and down, I'll admit, because I have a new coach this season. I'm being coached remotely from Montreal, so I don't have a coach on deck every day. So it's been a learning curve. Training that way. I'm still motivated and push, but I can't see if my technique is off, so it's been a bit of a learning curve. Sheffield World Series went really well in April. This one, I was in Indianapolis until yesterday. Didn't go quite as well as I would have liked, but from this point until World Championships, I'll be seeing my coach more often, in like every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks. So I'm hoping I'll make some big gains. All the effort that I put in will show itself at some point here.
Yeah. And is kind of all your focus on that right now? Have you thought beyond Worlds yet? Or?
No, I'm taking it just season by season, waiting to see each time how things go before I make decisions for the next year.
Are you training here, or are you training in Calgary?
I'm training in Red Deer primarily. Yeah, now that the outdoor 50 meter is open, it'll be a good chance for me to put some long course time in. So.
Do you want to talk about how this community has supported you along your path to Rio and beyond?
Yeah, it's Red Deer is a great sports city. For one, we love our sports and we love athletes here. And as soon as people realize who I am or what I'm doing, it's always, everyone has been really supportive at the pool. People, even if I train during lane swim, they'll often leave my lane empty. They won't get in with me and give me the chance to really train. And, when I see people down the street or out on my bike, they're, give me a shout out and gives me a little boost along the way. So, yeah, Red Deer's a great city.